Welcome to the Universal School of Excellence. This is a school for people who want enlightenment using effective techniques. I am Monique Macduff. In this video, I describe how my higher energy light being works its energy in my brain and how other higher energy light beings contact me. In my previous video, I mentioned that I merged and became one with my higher light being at the end of the tunnel. My enlightenment experience was exactly the same process on Earth in my physical body. It is me, the energy light being or thought form, merging, integrating, and becoming one with my higher energy. We now function as one and as separate at the same time. For this reason, I want to use the names that represent our function on Earth. To do this, I define two words, conscious and mind. When I am conscious, I see, I hear, and I feel. I also have a mind. I think and I memorize my thoughts. My body has a conscious mind. It records what it sees, hears, and feels for my body's physical needs. As an energy light being and thought form, I am also a mind, a subconscious mind. I record what I see, I hear, and feel. My higher light being also has a mind, a superconscious mind. It is responsible for me, its mission. We are of the same energy. Now, this is how my superconscious mind works its energy in my brain. It uses my brain waves for maximum results. It uses beta brain waves for only activities related to the physical world and for conversations with people. It uses alpha and theta waves according to the degree of concentration and focus it needs to work its mission. I also use these brain waves to reach my best level of performance. In my brain, I relax and then I compress energy. The activity of relaxing and compressing my brain gives me the waves I want. My superconscious mind trained me to pump my brain and my heart like I would pump a bicep muscle with heavy weights. The energy in my brain at that moment becomes extremely intense. My superconscious mind controls these waves for its own purpose. Since 1993, my brain waves have been on autopilot. Now, this is how other superconscious minds contact us. They are our friends. When a physical contact involves me, they send on my body a heavy blanket of energy to immobilize it. This is what happened on November 12, 1996. That day, I was walking through the field going home after work. I looked at the sky and I saw a fast-moving ball of white light and it placed itself in front of the sun. I continued to walk. Suddenly, a heavy blanket of energy falls on my body, causing me to stop and being unable to move. Then my superconscious mind says to me in a loud voice in my brain, "Raise your head, look at the ball of white light, present your left eye." And I saw a laser beam of white light enter my left eye. Then the loud voice says, "Present your right ear." And I saw another laser beam enter my right ear. A few seconds later, the cloud of energy on my body disappeared and I continued to walk home. With each laser beam, I felt the sensation of a pinprick somewhere in my brain without feeling any discomfort. The following days, I heard voices using a vocabulary different from mine when they spoke. At that moment, I would understand clearly their message, and as soon as I wanted to write it down, I was unable to remember anything. In November of 1996, at 7 p.m., I was sitting in my rocking chair as usual. Suddenly, a powerful, thick blanket of energy falls on my body and I am pulled upward. I see I am sitting in front of a dashboard before a big round window, It is pitch black with specks of light outside of the window, and its side, it is well lighted. The craft was balancing sideways, left and right. I felt strongly that I was responsible for that. I looked on the dashboard for buttons to press. I wanted something to stabilize the craft. Then my superconscious mind said, "Remember who you are." And I immediately knew that I was driving this vehicle with my thought energy. The sensation was beyond thrilling. Then I felt a whoosh and I was back in my body. I quickly wrote in my journal what I could remember. On Friday, January 2nd, 1998, 2 years later, and exactly at the same spot in the field leading home, a heavy blanket of energy falls on my body to immobilize it. My superconscious mind said, "Look at the white light." And this time I see 2 powerful laser beams enter my right ear, one after the other. The following day, I heard high-pitched sounds and I would feel very intense pulsating in my brain till it felt numb. I also received a lot of information. On Wednesday, January 31st, 2001, I was on my rocking chair again and a heavy blanket of energy falls on my body. I was pulled upward, and this time I was in total control of the spacecraft and totally focused and at home. Then I was back in my body. I can hear for a few seconds the sweet, low, and harmonious sound of its motor as on November 5th, 2020 in the morning. I can feel its vibrations. I often have heavy blankets of energy fall on me, especially before going to sleep. For me, it is normal. When a major experience involves me, my superconscious mind gives me the experience twice. The first time for the experience itself, and the second time for confirmation of the experience. I receive information from other superconscious minds in different ways. One way is for them to use the backdrop of my eyelids as a screen for all kinds of visions, and I receive words and sentences. Another way is with explosions of white, red, and blue lights with lots of words following the lights, and mostly by sending me compressed energy in my brain that it interprets later on. My enlightenment experience in 1993 enabled me to be a more creative teacher for 11 years because I used the maximum power of my brain. In my next video, I explain clearly how the minds work with the brain to create reality. Thank you for being there. Let's enjoy every second. Monique Magduff.